the Honorable Maria Sheila Hani Lacuna Pangan.
To our beloved City Mayor, distinguished guests, Your Excellencies from the Embassy of the United States of America, Sung Yong Kim, the United Mexican State, Gerardo Lozano Arredondo, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, Daniel Robert Cruz, the Embassy of Australia, Stephen James Robinson, People's Republic of China, Wang Zilian, Embassy of Spain, Jorge Moraga Sanchez, Deputy Chief of Mission, Japan Embassy, Yamamoto Yasushi, Embassy of Canada, Mr. John Palmer and Ms. Samantha Arnolds, Honorable Members of the City Council of Manila, our department heads, our guests from various veterans groups, Philippine Veterans Bank President and Chairman Mr. John Tuel, representatives from the Boy Scout and Girl Scout of the Philippines, our guests from JUSMAC Philippines, our fellow workers in the local government of Manila, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, we are commemorating the 75th year of the Battle of Manila, which led to the so-called liberation of Manila. We remember those valiant uniformed men who fought and died in the war. We remember the lives of those civilians, numbering to almost 250,000, who were caught in the crossfire, who were massacred and were killed. And we will never forget the destruction done in the country's capital, brought about by the first and fiercest urban fighting in the entire Pacific War. What is more important to remember is the way our country was able to recover and rise up from the rebels. More significantly are the lessons we have learned from the past, which guides us in dealing with our present. We allow the power of diplomacy to play a vital role in creating a healthy relation among nations, and we advocate lasting peace and make this world a better place to live. At this juncture, it is my honor to introduce to you the person who dedicates most of his time in ensuring the protection and safety of the people in his beloved city. A simple, humble, and an effervescent man envisions Manila back with its pomp and glory as the premier city and the country's capital. The very inspiring leader and dynamic local chief executive, ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor of Manila, the Honorable Francisco Isko Moreno Domagos.
Opo po kayo. Please take your seat. To our military host, Colonel Leo Digario Macalintal, Air Force, Ambassador of the United States of America, His Excellency Sung Yong Kim, Ambassador, Embassy of the United Mexican States, His Excellency Gerardo Lozano Arredondo, Ambassador, Embassy of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, His Excellency Daniel Robert Cruz, Ambassador, Australian Embassy, His Excellency Stephen Robinson Au, or AO, Ambassador, Embassy of the People's Republic of China, His Excellency Wang Zilian, Chairman, National Historic Commission of the Philippines, our partner from national government, Dr. Rene R. Escalante, Lieutenant General Antonio Lim, Inspector General Armed Forces of the Philippines, Ms. Marivic Arliano, Assistant School Division Superintendent, Department of Education, ASEC Raul C. Caballes, Deputy Administrator Manuel, Deputy Administrator, Philippine Veterans Affairs Office, Justice Manuel Pamaran, Acting President, Antararo TC Guerrilla Association, and Veterans Federation of the Philippines. Mrs. Carmencita Nebane, President, American Legion Auxiliary Philippines. Thomas C., Founding President. Johnny Howe, National President, descendants of Chinese, Filipino World War II heroes. Mr. Jose Miguel Cabalos, President, Memorar, Manila, 1945, Foundation Incorporated. Mrs. Juana Panmo, Veteran, Uachi 48 Squadron Veterans Post. Mr. John Palmer and Mrs. Samantha Arnold, Embassy of Canada. His Excellency Moraga Sanchez, Ambassador of Spain. Mr. Yamamoto Yasushi, Deputy Mission, Chief of Mission, Embassy of Japan. Joint U.S. Military Assistance Group, Philippines, JUSMAG Philippines. Of course, our beloved Vice Mayor, Hani Lacuna, members of the City Council, Department Heads, City Employees, Boy Scout of the Philippines, Girl Scout of the Philippines, and to Philippine Veterans Band, Roberto F. De Leon, Chairman and CEO, Mr. Renato Clarabal, President and COO, and Mr. John Piwa, Photo Collection, and all other VIPs at sa ating mga bisita. And all other members of the diplomatic corps, sa ating pong mga kasamahang kawani at mga bisitang nanonood. Good morning!
Morning!
Of course, I would like to recognize also the Manila Police District who are here with us, and the Bureau of Fire and Bureau of Jail. Alam nyo, si Barbie Atienza, just so you know, our host is the direct descendant of former mayor and member of the USOPED, Mayor Hermenildo Atienza. His name is written there. You can see in that wall. That is grandfather. Palakpakan natin si Barbie Atienza bilang host natin. At the very least, we can honor his grandfather. And DJ Bagaching here, councilor, his grandfather is also a survivor and member of USAPEC and guerrilla at the time. Survivor of Bataan Death March, former Mayor Ramon Bagaching. Ayan po siya. Nakalamang ka na naman But today, we set aside political indifferences. It doesn't matter anymore today. Because today, what is important is our show of gratitude. That is a Filipino culture and tradition and custom. We are known to the world na tayo ay mahilig tumanaw sa utang na loob. Today, February 3, 2020, marks the 75th anniversary of that epic battle between the defenders of freedom and democracy and the then acknowledged perpetrators. 75 years had passed and a lot had changed comparing them with the present. The ruins are no longer visible, and the scars have been almost perfectly healed. But the lesson that this historic event is still very clear, and that is for our love of our country to continue to exist regardless of what situation are we in. The war then brought us so much hunger and food, but at present, does hunger still exist? I answered the affirmative. Filipinos at present are hungry for good governance. We are hungry for changes that would bring this country to its ultimate progress. We are hungry for new breed of leaders that would uplift the standards of leadership that Filipinos deserve. And we, in the city of Manila, our colleague, mandated by people, is accepting this challenge. We have brought simple change, elementary of governance, into different level on how local government unit should act, prepare, plan, and envision his particular jurisdiction, in his particular jurisdiction. The war then also resulted to loss of confidence of our people to the government, with a massive destruction and loss of lives. The government then was nowhere to be found. How about today? Though we are not saying that the people have lost their trust to the state, but not all Filipinos does. The government needs to work more harder and let the people feel that they could respond to whatever needs they may have. The city of Manila is doing its very best to gain back the trust and confidence of the people of Manila. Confidence that slowly was lost because of inefficiency, inadequacy, and neglect to the ever-changing needs of the citizens. At present, we are very optimistic as we gradually gain back the faith not only of Manileños but citizens from all over the country, as demonstrated by numerous donations coming from individuals and various sectors of society. It's first time in history. In passing, if I may share it to you, I have never experienced in my entire 21 years of public service that people starting to donate their hard-earned money all over the world, coming from all over the world, immigrants, OFWs, ordinary Filipinos, first time. And I think a lot of my colleagues will agree with this claim. So, kaya kailangan lalo tayo mag-igi, mga kasamahan kong halal ng bayan, umaasa sa atin ang ating mamamayan. The battle for Manila may have carried us to a point of despair as to the physical damages that the said armed conflict produced, making the city as the second most devastated in the city in the world next to Warsaw, Poland. But when you bring people to the wars, there is no more way but to go up. From the ravages of war, this city rose up, showed the whole world what resiliency means. At one point, we were among the best city in Asia. Noong panahon ni Kusial Ang, nung binata pa siya. That was in the 60s, the heyday of Manila. And was the benchmark of good governance among governments in this part of the continent. This is the utmost challenge that our administration wants to achieve. But for us to reach the pinnacle of success, it is just but right for us to look back at the past. For this occurrence in history be our motivation. It is therefore true that at times we should learn bitter lessons for us to move forward and be better individuals. This commemoration of the Battle of Manila, which liberated Manila 75 years ago, is not meant to recall that atrocious armed conflict, but for us to be reminded of how important and valuable love of country and patriotism. That at present day, we need not to sacrifice our lives and shed blood to display nationalism. What we need at present are modern day heroes, individuals who are willing to relinquish personal whims and caprices for the sake of the country. Individuals who are willing to show support and be active players of the society rather than publicly talk about devotion to motherland and yet doing nothing about it. We Manileños are tired of flabbergasting and wolves in sheets clothing politicians who yearn for public office and yet not being true to what they have sworn to. Ladies and gentlemen, present here today, all of you, let us take advantage of the opportunity that we have. The war may be over, but we still have battle to overcome. Let us all join hands to make this city and make this country shine once again. And I promise you, my commitment to the duties and responsibilities you placed me on my shoulder as you made me the mayor of the capital of the city, the capital of the country. And I beg you, please help me. I cannot do it alone or on my own. No matter how brilliant the plans I may have for us, this would only come to fruition if all of you would support me. And victory, no matter how hard it is to achieve, would be the sweetest when shared with you, whom I consider as partners in our fervent desire to reclaim the glory and pride of this city, our city. Pasensya na kayo. Kailangan kong mag-English. Ang dami natin bisitang banyaga. I beg your indulgence, Your Excellency. Mga kababayan, 75 anyos ang nakakarap. Marahil ngayon, ikinalulugod natin ang tinatamasa nating kalayaan. But people died for it. A lot. Maraming nagbuwis. Simula pa noong araw hanggang sa makalawang digmaan. Kaya sa mga kabataan na nanonood, let us not take this lightly. I think the least thing that we can do today, not only honoring those lives, those heroes who gave us liberty, freedom that we enjoy today, is to continue manatili ang pagmamahal sa bayan. Hindi lang sa salita, pati sa mga maliliit nating gawain. Tingnan niyo yung mga nangatandaan nating mga kababayan Pilipino. Mga veterano. Who would thought? Hindi natin nakita at hindi na natin mararamdaman yung mga panaginip nila gabi-gabi kung gaano karumal-dumal ang kanilang naranasan para lang sa ating bayan. Araw-araw, hindi ako magtataka na sila ay nahabol ng malaging na nakaraan. They continue to pay the price. Kaya po sa ating mga kawani ng pamahalaan, ipagpasalamat natin sa Diyos at tayo nakasisiguradong nakapaghahanap buhay na iraraos natin ang ating pamilya. Pero sana ang paglilingkod sa bayan ay manatiling tapat, manatiling masayang pakiramdam ang paglilingkod sa bayan, sa kabataan, in your own little way. Please, help us. Kailangan namin ng pakikipagtulungan ng bawat isa. Alam po ninyo, pagkamisan, pag may mga ganitong panahon, para bang naging regular na lang nating ginugunita, pero nawawala deep inside us. Nakakalimutan natin, dala marahil ang pagkaabala sa ating mga kani-kaniyang gawain. Pero lagi sana, ngayong araw na ito, sa buong Pilipinas, sa buong mundo, sa maliit na kaparanan ng pamahalang lungsod ng Maynila, maipakita sa inyo ang pagpapahalaga namin sa kalayaan o what we call the liberation of Manila. Ito man lamang ay aming sukli sa mga veterano. To our guests from diplomatic, please extend our gratitude to those fallen soldiers, uniform and non-uniform personnel, who dedicated their lives, who are not even Filipinos. Kaya po, napapanahon din ngayong araw na ito na sana umiral sa ating lahat na alisin ang diskriminasyon. Totoo, tayo'y may kinakaharap na suliranin. Bagay na ating kinakaharap sa Maynila, sa Pilipinas, at sa buong mundo. Ang suliranin niya. May kaba, may pagkatakot, at may pagkataranta. Ngunit hindi sapat na iisahin lang natin ang lahi na may kasalanan ito. It is quite unfair. Today, you see, you saw, you heard that our Filipino-Chinese and Chinese soldiers went to the city, dedicated their lives to fight side by side with the Allied forces led by the Americans. And today is quite unfair for us to continue that kind of prejudgment. Sana, hindi natin maiwasan yan. It could happen, it can happen anywhere. But let us stop the hate. Let us unite. Unite in facing these challenges. This is the time. This is the time that we can prove to those fallen heroes, soldiers, to prove to them that Filipinos are worth dying for. Sana po, sana. Totoo, hindi ko kayo masisisi sapagkat talagang napakabigat na sitwasyon. Pero, mga kababayan, bilang ama ninyo, sa lungsod ng Maynila. Ako po ay nananawagan, huwag tayong maghusga. Huwag tayong magtuon lamang sa isang nasyon. Ang pinakamabisa ngayong araw na ito na ating kinikilala ang mga sakripisyo ng mga bayani sa lagdaan ay umiral ang pagmamahal sa kapwa, anumang uri, kulay at lahi nito. Yan ang pusong Manileño. Yan ang dapat makita sa buong bansa. Kaya po, mga kababayan, pagsama-sama tayo. Iisang puso, iisang damdamin, iisang diwa. Mga batang Maynila tayo. At the end of the day, tayo rin na magkikita sa finals. Sort of saying, walang magmamalasakit sa atin, mga batang Maynila, kundi tayo rin kapwa batang Maynila. And let me share you and remind you what Abraham Lincoln said. And because of that simple statement, people died. Human, the love of equality. Abraham Lincoln says, all men are created equal. Yes, sinabi ng isang banyaga, pero bagay na pwede rin nating namnamin bilang isang tao. Kaya po sa inyo, sa mga lahi, mga naulila, mga kaanak na mga veterano at bayaning nagbigay sa amin ng kalayang aming tinatamasa ngayon bilang kabataan, bilang tao sa kasalukuyan. Maraming salamat po sa inyo. Mga batang Maynila, isang malugod, malakas at may hiyawang pasasalamat sa ating mga veterano. And lastly, if I may share to you some concept of mine, or maybe by simple principle, we don't forget. We forgive because that's what God asks us to do. We should forgive, but we should not forget so that later on, when the time comes to decide, to choose, I hope our history will teach us to decide and to choose better. Kaya po sa inyo, sa aking mga bisita, maraming salamat sa oras na pinagkaloob ninyo sa pamahalang lungsod ng Maynila. So muli, mga kasamahang kawani ng pamahalaan, halikat kayo. Halikat. Suklian natin ang kabayanihan ninyo. Paglingkuran natin ng tapat, maayos ang ating mga kababayan sa lungsod ng Maynila. And all of you here, almost 10,000 of you, come all together. Halika't ibalik natin ang katanyagan ng lungsod bilang Kapitolyo ng bansa. Let's make Manila vibrant again. Let's make Manila the true Pearl of the Orient, the Paris of the East. Let's make this the real capital of our country. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyo at pagpalain nawa kayo ng buong may kapal. Manila! God first. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Mayor of the City of Manila, the Honorable Francisco Isko Moreno Domagoso. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please all rise as together we sing Awit ng Maynila, to be led by Ms. Sharon Quintero Manalo and the Manila City Band.
Tanging lungsod namin at tampok ng silangan ay patungo sa kaunlaran at kaligayahan. Nasa kanyang pangarap, dudong lakas kagunlan. Ang Maynila'y aming perlas ng bayan ngayon bukas. Maynila, Maynila, nalipong bandila. Maynila, oh Maynila, alinlanganin ng bansa. Maynila, Maynila, nalipong bandila. Maynila, oh
Thank you very much, Ms. Quintero, and mabuhay ang Maynila! And this, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the second part of our program for today. Proceeding to the third part, all our honored guests, esteemed councilors, department heads, are all invited to proceed to the Freedom Hall, just at the entrance of the Manila City Hall, and please join the mayor and the vice mayor as they will officially open the exhibit entitled Open City, an exhibition which is a joint effort between the city and the Development Bank of the Philippines through the auspices of their chairman and CEO, Mr. Roberto F. De Ocampo, and their president and CEO, Mr. Renato A. Caraballo. We'd like to acknowledge also joining us this morning are Mr. John Palmer and Samantha Arnold from the Embassy of Canada. Sa inyo pong lahat, magandang umaga po at mabuhay ang Maynila!
You should see the app. We have the upstairs.
Supporting our exhibit is playing Open City. Thank you, veterans back to the Philippines.
ni Vice. Good morning. I'm sorry. You were speaking out of language on the last part. I do that. Right. But obviously. Thank you.
Tapos ihatid sila sa
Love of country and democracy. Well, and then your administration, I hope Manila will have a giant step toward giant step toward progress and prosperity.
Bisik-bisik ka kanina hindi ka nakasagay.
Francis naman.